Alright. That's a little loud. Press any button to start. I shall press the B button. Okay. Continue. I was at the end of Act 2. No. I want the acts. Hang on, before I miss out on crucial information in the game, let me look up and see. No. This game is weird. Is the middle things in Kentucky Route is the levels between acts in Kentucky Route 0 important to the story. Story told in 5 acts. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Is here along the echo. Sorry if you're in chat and like typing, I can't see it right now. My Chromebook is currently not turning on and I'm doing research. Along the echo level in Kentucky Route 0 important to the story. Okay. So it says here along the echo is the 3rd interlude. Okay. Okay, it just offers location based for like the game. So it's not really important per se. Like for the main there we go. Alright, I've got chat up on my phone, so I can see chat now. But basically, it's not too terribly pertinent to... There we go. The PC is on. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, so we're sipping coffee. 83 and sunny now. Looks like it's going to get up to about 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight, so get out those parasols. Jesus, my Chromebook is on the sun brightness. Major accident just ahead of the Bardstown exit, so if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Sugar? Just a little. I forgot how you take your coffee. I'm tired, I didn't sleep well. Neither of these make any sense. What? Thought they were having bad dreams. I remember. Ira wouldn't hear it. They're just horses. Okay, but those horses were troubled. Brownie got sick every morning in the stable. Aletha chewed up the wood in the stalls. Brownie got sick. We're gonna go with that one. That's right. Charlie loved those horses. He'd sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. He was so careful here. Our roof was just in better shape than the one he fell from. Charlie was alone on that roof. I guess he was. He was so bright. His teacher said, what was the word? Imaginative. That's it. How could I forget? It wasn't his fault. It's 5 minutes in, and I'm already confused. That's what we mean when we say it's a... Ooh. That's pretty interesting. We say it was an accident. Well, we have a mail order delivered today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. That truck will outlive us all. I hope you're right. I'm glad you'll keep it. Ira would have wanted you to have it. It's been running since Charlie was born. Ira took me to the hospital in that truck. So did you once. Your knee or when you fainted. I have no clue if this actually, like... if this actually has any effect on, like... anything for the story. My hero. So, long drive. They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just shut in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess that'll be the last.
Hey, Aaron added me as private stories.
Oh, cool. I guess it will be the last act of Lyset Antiques. The... oh, what's the word? Finale. There we go. There it is. I've been trying to type in Kentucky Route Zero to update the information. Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. I've had too much. It's getting harder. It'll come to you. It'll come to you. Maybe. Not sure anymore. It seems inevitable that will start to be words that I lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? What are these? Huh. Your clothes. Of course. Of course, should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes, brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion after this. Oh, sorry about that. Let me do that real quick. Alright. Okay. So, I'm guessing, from what I just learned, they're on the last trip of, what? Im's got bone for leg. What's going on? Huh. Dr. Truman. But that's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... So that was a dream. I was dreaming. That's unlikely. Neuropinol TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? I guess so. It's been about 2 hours. I feel like I got some rest. Good. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well, I feel like if I choose these, it's gonna make the whole thing weird. Yeah. I want it to be weird though. I also feel like I'm gonna get some story. Shingles? Who slipped? Charlie. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuropinol. It's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two. Regardless. Thank the nice man. Sure, it's... Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. Should have plenty of resting time coming up soon. Good for you. Vacation or a reassuring glance? Well, at your age, I want to be clear, you should expect lingering effects of the injury, more or less, in the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions? Wait, hang on. Why was... Mountain lions is just generally good advice. Why dusty roads?
You don't want to get dusty now.
Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. Definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. He's just washing his leg. Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. What are you fishing for? Gotta keep those wrists and elbows limber. Daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, regular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside, we can head back to your truck. Okay. But that's not his leg. It was very clearly bones. Act 3, Scene 1. Museum of Dwellings. We were already here. Okay, let's talk to Shannon. I have a skeleton leg. I don't like to take medicine. Ah, it's good for you. He's a doctor, right? I know what you mean, though. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor, or health insurance, or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood. So only qualified for state programs and small patches before something or other would get contested, and we'd learn to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with gossipy, anecdotal warnings and superstitions. Like all this lore that came with it. Like magic. Dangerous, mysterious. Weaver's folks couldn't help? Yeah, they had a pretty good health care through the university for a while. A couple items, they'd swing something, so I got a bit of whatever Weaver needed. In high school, Weaver got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions, mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once. You're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know? Pretty much, she had these pills, they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day I was sitting on my bed. My notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook. I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. Came up so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I'd recalled the whole thing perfectly. Just a tiny moment, my mom patching up the side of a birdcage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image. That sound, the cage kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. Parents came back from triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in my hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Let's see what Homer says. I guess the rain stopped. Hope there's nothing in the roads. Could be dangerous. Alright. Off we go. What do you think? Okay. Let's take another look at that farmhouse. Okay. I think it's been too long because I don't remember how to get there. They move on. Okay. So... Uh-oh. Truck's engine sputters and dies as Conway carefully guides it next to a fallen tree. Uh-oh. Oh, that was supposed to happen. Okay. Cool. A tree. There's a tree afoot. Truck. Nothing to be done? I guess I could poke around in there, but I don't know a damn thing about engines. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? Lysette's is just up on a hill, so I get the picture. Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Road crew's been out here. Hey, you should call someone. You know a good towing company? Lucky Boot Collision and Towing. Hope I can get a signal out here. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello, we've got an old, I want to say diesel, old truck just stalled out. Inaudible, confused. This is Lucky Boot Collision Towing, right? A friend gave me your card. Open 23 hours a day. Inquisitive. Yeah, that's why I'm calling you. Exactly, that's all. Apologetic. No, it's okay. We just need to get to an auto shop and get this taken care of. Wistful, maudlin, and concerned. I kind of know what wistful is. I know what concerned means, but I don't know what maudlin is.
Wistful. That's like whenever we're arguing and I'm like, whatever, do whatever you want.
Ah, that's wistful. Concerned. Thanks for the offer, but we really just need a tow is all. Thank you. Pragmatic, meticulous, or neighborly. Neighborly. We already ate as soon as you get out of there. We're off 65 somewhere, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. Placating specific. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it, yeah, hanging over the power lines just like that. Did you see it go down? Indulgent. Okay, my pleasure. How long do you think it'll be? Radio music? Hello? Okay. Ezra, what you gotta say, bud? Are you bored? Yeah, I don't mind either. Let's play a game. What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break off all the little sticks on each section, count through the different things that could happen. What should we ask? It should be about you. I can't do both the counting out and the questions.
Hey, so Jake commented on your tweet. He's a YouTuber and streamer, founder of Court Jester Pro.
Cool.
He said, "Dude, that's awesome. I wish I was that lucky. Congrats."
Ah, yeah.
I'm not gonna tell him
Yeah.
that dude unfollowed you.
So, the guy that voiced Bender and Jake from Adventure Time, which would be John DiMaggio. I was just kind of scrolling through the Alpha Beta's Twitter, and they said that he was voicing some characters, and they added him, and so I followed over there, and I followed him on Twitter, and then 5 minutes later, he follows me back, and I've got the picture of Twitter telling me that he followed me, but then you go to my followers, and he's not there. It's very sad. He did like the post that I made that said, he liked the tweet that was like, he followed me. And then now he's not following anymore, which kind of sucks. But it was cool. Anyways, what kind of job will I have next? Ezra snaps the smaller branches away, one at a time, counting out the possibilities.
Anymore, but he knows who you are.
Ah, that'd be so cool if John DiMaggio popped in the stream.
I don't think he will.
No. Doctor, lawyer, taxman, driver. Okay, what else? What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? King size, queen size, twin size, bunk. These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much. It's just a bunch of sticks. Let's see what Homer's got to say. Wish Julian wasn't so busy right now. He's got a lot of houses to carry still. Wish I could help him more. Let's go talk to Shannon. See what she has to say. I think they're on their way. I guess we have some time to kill. Could look over the road map. I've started at that thing too long already. Or stared at that thing too long already. Where'd you get that old map anyways? It's always just been in the truck. Huh, someone must have grabbed it at a gas station somewhere along the line. Maybe they threw it in the glove box at a dealership. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Aunt Remedios saw me looking at it, I guess, and a few days later she gave me a map she'd bought from Colombia. It almost looked hand-painted. Deep, vibrant colors, and rough borderlines like anxious brushstrokes. Really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my finger, like I was walking on the beach, and say, "Here we'll swim, here we'll start a fire, here we'll find a cave in the cliff face and go live among the bats for a while." I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get it going again. No point in just standing around. Alright, let's talk to Shannon again. Soup?
Soup Gremlin.
You got soup?
Soup Gremlin.
Uh, that thing's been broken for years.
Oreo. Get away from my
So we'll get to find out what station you had it tuned to when it went out. Snapshot of a younger man's tastes. You remember what it was? Talk radio. Well, I'm sure we'll find something to listen to on the raid. Or on the road. Excuse me. I've still got this skeleton. Oh. What? Trees. Is this the right way? I don't recognize these trees. Junebug! What's to recognize? Just a bunch of trees. Just the trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel or something. Turn your ears down and focus on the radio, Cricket. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while or something. How far out are we? Are we there yet? Oh, stop. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. Oh, the frog. I like frogs. He won't understand. Radio. Hey, yeah. Didn't you play on this record? Go-Go was on it. Yeah, Go-Go. Go-Go. That guy's out of control. We should do a set with him. Only Johnny plays the notes I like. What time is it? Yeah, but yours are more accurate. Harry's gonna flip out. That old man was born flip. Just hope we can scrape up some tips. Hard enough when you get there on time. I have a way with him. I know. Okay, so we have another... Oh! Motorcycle! Brake disc. They look like they could use some help. You gonna fix it for him, Johnny? Oh, I don't know. A wrench from Cattle Prod. I thought maybe you. I guess it's up to some good Samaritan. We'll help them. You're the best, and hey, maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at a gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on our fee. Talk to Ezra. Was that him? Going pretty fast, whoever they were. Or they're getting chased by something. Somewhere important to be? Definitely getting chased by something. Oh, hello! What is that sound? Is he a robot? Stay here. Are they gonna say something about my skeleton leg? Careful, he's wicked with strangers. You. Who's chasing you? Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? Good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. So, dinosaurs. What? Didn't even let me finish saying it. We got two questions for you. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Probably from space. I always said you fell from heaven, ma'am. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. Now here's another question for you. Do you like music? You like music? I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Of course you do.
Uncle Phil just punched the guy.
Oh, cool. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea. We're just trying to get back on the zero. Zero? Is that a fact? Zero?
I got chicken and dumplings.
Ooh, yummy. Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you're going, and I'm happy to lead you there. Been down there many times riding this baby. The Vicious Cycle. That's what we call our bike. We call it the Vicious Cycle. Pretty tough, huh? It's just, see, we have a regular booking tonight, and well, we're running late. Very late. That's what I told him. Now, the old man who runs his venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. If we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short set. We only have one song prepared. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will.
There's corn in it.
Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry, old man? I think I've got a crust in the sidecar here. When Johnny saw you folks here were in trouble, well, it's all said and done. We stopped, and that's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by old Charlie Morin Highway, just east off of 65. Usually take a ride off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. Here you go! Ah, bless me. I do like the petting zoo. Now let's see about that truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. Alright. They got it running. Alright. Where's 65? Alright, this is 65. The observatory. It is not this way. Field notes. Just east, take a right. Over by the petting zoo. Okay. Equin Oils. So we're still going east. What is that? Mammoth Cave Parkway? Oh shit, we're over by Mammoth Cave? Petting zoo. We could stop there. There's the gear. That's the people that are helping us. Act 3, Scene 3. The Lower Depths. Homer. Feels a little like home. It's not all bad memories. Gentler times. What are we gonna learn? Bar door. Kinda late. Are you sure they're open? Sure they're open. This is one of those places. What's that on in? Not saints, but we kept our appointment. How many people can boast as such? As much. It's lovely. Who said it? A poet. Junebug. I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more with less. What kind of music do you play? It's like Serrano Cole met with Ike Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards a kind of ambient whisper wave. A little bit more reverb. There's some Dolly Crown in there, too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming, though. I don't know who those people are. Well, you'll hear it in a minute. They didn't say anything about my ghost leg. What's Ezra gotta say? What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. I like Ezra. All I'm pouring tonight is Hard Times whiskey.
Hey.
Coffee, right, old man? And I'll have a Coke. No Coke, no coffee. Hard Times whiskey. Forget it. Is one of them a robot? Shut the GD door, would you? Can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, hey. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind, listen. Can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night, just waiting for some musicians. It's lonely, doesn't it? Yeah, kinda. Everybody had to, clear out. Let's get set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought some people, eh? The crowd is forming. Yeah, but I also... You want to hear some music? That does sound nice after the day I've had. But, are they robots? How's it looking out there? How y'all feeling tonight? We get more reverb in the monitors. How's that? Test, test. 1, 1, 1, 3, 50. Lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Anybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Not too bad. Well, we'll take care of that right now. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were out, just riding around, you know. You like to drive around, old man. That's where I feel at home. Of course you do. So we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive, busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. Taps all dry. Bats in the bar room. And run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. Glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. Yes. So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right here on stage. The song she sang, well, it stuck with us, and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey, and we just hope we do her song. Here it is, Too Late to Love You. Oh.
Are they gonna sing for you?
I think so. I noticed.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I choose the lyrics of the song? I've never heard the song. This is such an odd game.
You're supposed to make the song.
I never should have met you.
Well then.
Oh. So I'm going to craft the song.
This is a weird game.
It is. expect to get the whole song. Is it going to continue to rhyme? I'm going to interrupt here and there just to make sure I stay out of copyright danger. Never be too careful. No, because I also like that song. No. Okay. I have no clue what's going on. I want to go back to the other song. The one they were playing when we were going through the woods. That was a lot better. Sadly do not edit my videos. I don't have the capacity to. Yes, I do throw. I do throw up comment I do throw some captions on. That would be the roof. Okay, so I have Alright, we're back in the restaurant. That was interesting. Junebug. Hope you liked it. Kinda sad. Appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We gotta get our fee from Harry, then we'll help you get headed to the Zero. Is the sun coming up? Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. The crowd was into it. Wrapped. I guess the usual fee is about right. We'll let you get back to your business. That's just a Damn it, I'm trying to tell you to. I can't pay, they cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but an IOU from the distillery. An IOU? Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credit, so I got this note to get more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I had to. Gotta keep this place open somehow. Watch your language, Harry. We just need to get pointed to the zero. Oh god. What's that? You know what they're talking about? Tell you what, you point my friends and I to the zero, and we'll call it even. Said you knew how to get there. No, I didn't believe that's exactly what I said. It is exactly what you said. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear people hear things. You know another way to Dogwood? I got a letter, did you? I've got a stack of them. Well, okay. Sounds like the zero's your only course now. You're alright. If only. You got a radio in your car? Yep. Well, here's what you gotta do. Take a left out of the parking lot, and just fiddle around on your dial until you hear something familiar, but... I mean, familiar but strange. You know the feeling? Like I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree. Something just doesn't look right. It's even stranger for being so close to familiar, something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial. Drive for a bit, and then turn around when the station cuts out. I mean right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for eventually. Always a pleasure. Is it? Okay. So we have to fiddle with the radio. Just kind of go around a bit. Wait. Turn the radio. Looking for a station that's familiar but strange. Drive a while. Okay. I really don't like that one. Hold on. That one sounds kind of familiar, but I really don't like that.
Can I hear?
I like really don't like that.
Out of here.
Here, come here, love. I really don't like that. Yeah.
It sounds like one of those standard alarms on like an Android.
I really, really do not enjoy that one. Let's get the hell away from that. Alright. Oh! Horse is running. Charlie and I used to go to races. Charlie, he was your boss's kid, right? The one who, yeah. He said we drive till it just cuts out. Oh. What? Oh, there's horses. Hello, horses. I mean, it's not that odd. We are in Kentucky.
There's no wild horses here.
Not wild, but like...
Those are wild because they're not put up.
Oh, so we're just gonna turn around.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
stop the sounds. Alright. So, the horses. Okay, so I'm just gonna Hall of the Mountain King. That's that song. All right, horses are gone. Hall of the Mountain King again. I think I need to turn around, go the opposite direction. That might be the only thing I can do. But we're back on the 0, at the very least. Looks like Hall of the Mountain King is the only place we have. Alright. Scene 4.
Why is thinking you were playing creeping me out?
I don't know.
Is it not creeping you out?
Mildly. Not as bad as the first episode, because I had no clue what the hell was going on.
Can you put up your light? Can you finish doing that?
Oh well, in a minute. They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Not down here. So empty. Okay. Got it. Time to cut him loose. You bored? It's a slow night anyway. I'm just happy just tagging along. Bridge. Crumbling in disrepair. Boardwalk? Boardwalk. Okay. Rope. Loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted section have been smoothed over with a fine dust. That's not gonna help me. Bunch of computers? What? Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Why are they here? Pet carrier. A fire? Where a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. Okay. A backpack. What's in the backpack? What's in the box? Oh, there's a person. There's two persons on the left. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. What about those two people? Right up there. Game. You want to say something about that? Amy. Alright, there's the fire. Pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Okay, we'll talk to Amy. Hello, person. Oh, it's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart while really you're in love with the young woman as well, and you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections. But it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. I'm into it. Well, maybe I still have the knack. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, Bodhi's ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. I'm not sure you should be listening to this. I'm not listening. But of course it couldn't last. Now suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. Check the little libido into those ugly beige boxes. So I went back to university and studied human-computer interaction, and then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here, as a tester debugging. In my off hours, I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Has the fire description changed? No. Okay. Old man. Hello, old man. Donald. Half singing an old country tune, softly, where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? I've caught a verse of my absent mind warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing to herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love, a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is... What were we talking about? We're a bit lost. You came from the road, the zero. No, you should stay off that road. Not safe. Bizarre topology. You'll never get anywhere. It just brings you right back here. Back to this cave? Always back to this spot. It's a prison. An irrational prison. I don't mind. Not anymore. This is where my life's work is. A computer right on the other side of the spire. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement, left in this cave to rot. Or to flower. No, it's no ordinary computer. Modified it extensively and in some pretty experimental ways, believe me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? Okay. Mold growth. Well, mold on, like, circuits doesn't sound good. Mold grows. I wouldn't assume mold is a good conductor, so it most likely wouldn't... The mold would most likely burn up. It burns. And the oh sweet smoke that issues from it, but also leaves a sticky residue to seep through the machine, forming new connections and creating new circuits. The computer is no longer the pure domain of language or mathematics, but entropy, thwarted and feeble. We hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. We are mere tourists in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels, boundless and bare. The caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. You say something? You're about to tell us about the software. Software, my life's work. Xanadu. You heard of it? Perhaps you've read about it in a journal. It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structure in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narratives, and as post-structural witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you're too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Family disappeared. Julian and me didn't know what to do. So, wandering without the ones who give us purpose, like a ghost. Well, I have my own ghosts. I keep them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious, dusty machine. Take a look if you like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce, anyway. Far too late to do anything. talk to Andrew. You know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I got it. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? Seems endless. You have no idea how right you are. Decades of mapping and notating. But how can you tell what formal quality makes it seem endless, you know? Shadow safe. Sure, but they're not just shadows, right? I mean, they could be... They're projections. Or maybe they're anatomies. How's that? Can you tell where we are now? Surrounded by creeping anatomies? Close your eyes. You close your eyes? Only if you close yours. I can do it from memory. Good. Now, you're standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointed. Sorry to disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting, and no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we need someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor, instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me it would be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer, and I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often in the dark and lonely moments, I worry, and in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. It's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. That's cool, Andrew. You seem kind of spooky. There's a gate. Oh, hang on. No. I want to head to the gate. What's at the gate? Massive gate. Oh, that's it? Roberta, what do you have to say? The kingdom is in peril. But what else is new? Here's the kingdom. You're in the throne room. There are 3 legendary treasures hidden throughout the castle that will restore these ruins to their former glory. What do they look like? She's messing with you, kid. Enchanted jewelry. Talismans. A magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber and studied fairy tales. And then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with the academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into essence. The kingdom is in peril. Huh. Let's look at the computer. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. Closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. Electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Alright. How do you think we get it started? Hand crank? Oh, it has a run key. Okay, what's going on? Scene 5. Xanadu. Oh, stop making noises. Stop it. Ugh. Alright. currently midnight, and I really don't like these noises. At Den of Arda. Fucking terrifying. You are standing at the end of what did I just see? Round use a bows. Things in rough shape. Try blowing on it. In at the end of road before small something around you. Okay, that's this. Looks like a house. Type house. House. That's not a in a blood pit. Okay, you're in a cave. More in a blood pit along east-west passage with yes everywhere. Up in Lula. Over the computer. They are trying on the backs, and that's the clip, so everything did I say Lula? There's Donald. Maybe gotta get the shell machine and the part rewired from the school of Brad for the typewriter, add the paper, the reader, and you've got Jesus. This fucking noise is so upsetting. I have my portable degosser with me. Get it, magnetic, it sort of warps every round. Clears up by suddenly shaking the magnetic fluid around it. Shaking is no good. All of the mountain. I'll have to keep after what may have been we stumbled into a tunnel in a cave, shuffle, stalactites adorn the ceiling grotesque in the center of the room. Anonymous of spiral. Here's where you will set up your man. Immature and the flash. That's in Q4. Okay. Alright, thanks. Adore the ceiling. In the center is some sort of spiral. Here's where you will place your men. Okay. That was very unpleasant. I didn't like any of that. Hall of the Mountain King. Bizarre. And what was that about Lula? Okay, we need to go see Donald. Fire. Okay, there's There's something really interesting about that. There's got to be something important about it. Donald is the old man. Hello, Donald. How are you doing? So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream. You can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There's so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing, and then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs. Never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly into the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I never should have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I listen to Lula, Lula? Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula's gone from here, but... She's still in there. In Xanadu. Or Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until, but maybe, those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. May be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them. To repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel, push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees from rock to crystal, then to mud, then you'll be out. It's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe, and a few dreams left. Okay. We're gonna go see the ground people. Where the strangers come from. What a lovely place to be. You describe them as horrible. I do not like this. Cool. So we just came out of a mausoleum. Or a crypt. Very cool. Looks like an old church. It's muddy. Crystals, then mud. I want to stay outside. Why? I think I saw a lizard. I'll stay with him. We'll make it quick. Oh, Jesus. An epitaph is engraved. Nyland Burleson, generous disposition, will be missed. HT 8191T, fill date June 29th, notes of Almond. What? Okay. N.T. Lukonen and Whit Behringer. We think you two would really like each other. Fill date July 24th. Weird finish. Huh. Is it a medicine, perhaps? HT. Brett Camper. Always had a far-off look. Probably still does. Fill date August 1st. Aftertaste of rainwater. What does that mean? Nicholas O'Brien or Matt Glincy. Fill date September 8th. Sweet and fungal. Yeah. Rick Kernet would have wanted it this way. Fill date September 9th. Maple / turpentine. Daniel McCleinfeld. I should have said something. X. Fill date November 1st. Sense of foreboding. So the number's been the same on all of them. Unknown seemed reasonable. Okay, 92-Y. Fill date November 2nd. Easy on the nose. Alright, let's talk to Junebug. Finding lizards? 1, but it went under rock. That's lizards for you. Is that guy your boyfriend? Nah, what's a boyfriend anyway? It's a word people use because everyone else does. Doesn't mean anything to me. He's my cricket. See, it means something. It's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kids your age which would be in bed. You just gotta make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came off the assembly line about a half a foot shorter, and all gray, no eyes. They're gonna have us clearing out the old mine, but doesn't matter what you look like under all that rock and water. Bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. And we knew we weren't miners. We slipped out onto the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night, we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. Huh. I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Well, there. Now you're getting specific. Okay. Cool. Here they come. They're on their way back. There you are. What'd you find in there? It wasn't... You look flushed, old man. It doesn't matter. Let's go. Okay. Did they find Lula in there? Back into the cave. I'm sorry, love. Trace an orbit round the road and close your eyes with holy dread. For we on mold on whiskey fed. For we on mold and whiskey fed, and drank from rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine. I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon. The visions will return. What have you found? You'd unplug it for a while. Unplug it? Of course. Restore the software to its initial state. Let it course again. Through the moldy circuits, fresh and rejuvenated. Ready to thrive. Well then, unplug it. By all means, do not hesitate. Unplug the machine. Alright, let's go unplug this machine. What?
Are you in a cavern?
Yeah, I'm in a cave. Will the gate open? No.
Yeah, if I gotta do
Okay, hello Roberta. Okay, so I'll just unplug it and wait a minute, I guess. Weird. Just following instructions. Here we go. We're going back in the machine. Is it gonna make spooky noises again? Scene 9. Sonado. Okay. I hear trumpets. Cool. At the end of road. Okay. You're standing at the end of a road before a small brick building. Around you is a forest. Check out the building. Inside building. Oh. Lantern. And a storage shed for the National Park Service. Sensible modern electric lantern. Hit the lantern. Taken. Exit building. Enter forest. It's not something you can enter. North. In forest. You are in an open forest with a deep valley on one side. You climb a tree. Climb tree. I don't think much is to be achieved by that. Can we dig a hole? You can't see anything such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in the forest. Hey, it's a maze. North. You're in forest. Lula is here, soldering replacement components to a small handmade radio. You should talk to her. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interface out here. I've been tuning the radio circuit gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It's working for a while, but everything I can pick up sounds so distant and muffled. Hand you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have better luck. Good luck at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. South. You're in forest. Joseph is here. No more than a few weeks old. Dozes comfortably on his backpack. Maybe something to say? Listen. Donald! I was just transcribing your footsteps, sounded like. Linux Guardy's been tapping for a long, weary song. Drearily gone, drearily gone, dearly gone. Beat a melancholy shuffle through these woods, Donald. I've been noting down the sounds of the forest, with an ear for speech, and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose, so maybe it's me being a melancholy after all. Eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. East. At edge of hole. Alright. We're at the edge of a hole. We're at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. Rope slung around your shoulder has slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Yell into the hole. Shine the lamp into the hole. Light lamp. Your lamp is now on. Shine lamp in hole. Lamplight only reaches a few yards down the hole where the rock is coated in slimy black mold. Are too slick to climb without assistance. Alright. Alright, we have to see if there's pirates. Yell. I only stood you as far as wanting to yell. No, any pirate down there? No response. Batting 0. Oh. So anytime they have 0. Try using the rope. Tie rope to tree. Rope is tied snugly to a tree trunk. Down. Your feet slip a few times on the slimy rock, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. In bed quilt. I was pretty close, apparently. You're in bed quilt. A long east-west passage with holes everywhere. Move the computer equipment they're carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip, so everything's down here now. Say something back. You make an awkward joke. Don't be so morbid. Lula looks pensive. Ask her where the treasure is. If we knew that, we wouldn't have to set up down here. I know you think this environment will help our project, get us in touch with a deep romantic reverence for some kind of profound natural spookiness, but I was more comfortable in a lab. University picked the worst time to cut our funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we were really getting close to something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know, to live and work here together. Ask about the cave. Having second thoughts? I don't blame you. It's unsettling down here. Weird acoustics. Earlier, as we were climbing down, I thought I heard voices for a moment, or not. Not voices themselves, but the echoes of voices singing. Some kind of eerie, tuneless working song. Glad I'm not down here alone. Jealous. Hey Donald, can you help me wire up these generators? I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use some help with the serial interface. If you have the time. Help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I never can remember which color lead goes to which pin. Box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings, I mean. Some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early. Men and women huddled in these caves to... Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. You might come across a mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint and say, there was a point of contact here where a body touched the earth. Maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage. But the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on away. And that's the end of it. But suppose I shine my lantern on one of these walls and I see a crude painting. Thousands of years old. 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on the rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. Worry, maybe a regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for it, but like that dead mollusk and that itinerant dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting. This dangling copy with no original. Interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. Okay. In tunnels. rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Lula close behind. Do you like this at all? The tunnel narrows, and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as smooth rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. The tunnel opens into a large room. In Crystal Room. Oh, hello. I don't like this. Walls, floor, and ceiling are covered with crystalline projection. Strangers are here, scraping black mold from the crystals. They look up. When you enter, one of them seems about to speak. Finally. Let's listen to what he has to say. Reaches for a box he's carrying. Presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life. And a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible, then slows to a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Follow Lula. Headlamp scans across the northern passage as you run. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. Feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, and eventually find yourselves cornered. You have hit a dead end. Who are they? Find a way out. That's not a verb I recognize. Look for an escape. You can't see any such thing. I think they've gone back to work. They seem strange. Somehow they've forgotten about us. Try to pass them quickly. Don't make eye contact. And we'll find our way back to the equipment. In bed quilt. You're in bed quilt. Okay. Lula's here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? Search. You have to be more specific with the equipment. Various computer. Nothing. Down one of the tunnels. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. Climbs down from the rope still tied above. That damn sound, those damn voices. I don't even know what direction I was running. I would have waved through the network of tunnels. I ran away and along the wall, always turning left. But every turn and every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here and I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. There's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there, lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church. It has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned into my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Lula looks down at her feet. What's up with Lula? Nothing. Just Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. Doesn't matter now. Damn it, I'm leaving. To hell with all of this. Divert Joseph's attention. Project you're working on. You'll die in these damn cold caves, and what about those men? You know they'll come back. just finding somewhere to start a fire. You shout something at Joseph, going deeper into the cave. Do you hear their voices? They'll find you. But not me, I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm headed down the Zero. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and you can see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. In tunnels. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues with whom you ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combining the underground passages for a new site in which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vain. Vanity. Ain't it the truth? My Aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole musicography thing, was a painter. Mostly nudes in oil. She had this model. I'll never forget him. Big. Classically physical guy. Looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot. You couldn't help it. He was always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room, while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile, worked on the right mix of pigments for his abdomen. Colonel had this magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just to the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was standing next to an open window in the back of the house. Sun was setting. Early spring. I think it was kind of windy. Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, like half in front and half behind, running over his shoulder and laying across his chest in this very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he'd do this weird, indignant shuffle thing where the wind from the open window would push it around, and he'd turn his neck when Weaver or I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. Final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now. Just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. All of the Mountain King. Alright. We're in the hall. After what may have been years, you stumble out of a tunnel into a cavernous open space. Center of enormous rocky spire. Yep. It's where you set up your equipment and establish your legacy. Cool. So I was pretty close. Okay. So now we're here. Now is the time to continue your work. Research assistance, 0. Realism index, 37%. Romance index, 2%. Mold coverage, 0. You may hire or sleep until... Hire new research assistants. Marianne. Okay, assign. Debugging. Hire a new assistant. Sleep. Okay. We'll just hire Roberta. Transcription. 1. Debugging. Okay, so we're gonna sleep again. Okay, types up some weird imagery from a dream journal. 2. Alright. Assign. Debugging. 1. Transcription. Alright. Speculation. Sleep. Some weird math with weirder math. Extensively notates tunnel functional late. Intruders. Strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. Hide behind a rock. With trepidation, you emerge. Okay. 347, 10%. Higher. Assign. We're gonna assign everyone. Sleep. Amy makes adjustments to the echolocation. Weaver fixed bugs. Roberta fixed bugs. Marianne fixed bugs. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Hire a new assistant. Andrew. We'll go with all of them again. Sleep. Alright. 4. 100%. Transcription. Sleep. Alright. Okay, I think everything is a mail carrier on a bicycle. Sizable bill from the power company. Alright. Hire. Hired Greg. Assign. Speculations. 6. Sleep. Edibility of stone. Rick had ideas. So they leave, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. 6, 57.92. Okay, so we're gonna hire. Okay. Assign assistants. So we're gonna assign 3 to all of them. No, I should assign 2. Sleep. Dream fitfully. And in the hallway, the walls are blank beige. It's just after winter quarter, but before spring. There are no students around. Lula leans on his shoulder. You wish that instead she had taken your hand, or that there were any other option. Now's the time to continue your work. 6, 78, 94, 10%. Okay. Debugging. 2. Assign. Transcription. 2. Alright. Assign. Speculation. 2. Sleep. Fix bugs, transcribe, had ideas. Alright. I want to keep playing. You've got other stuff to do. Quit. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. It was a rhetorical question. Quick game. I only stood you as far as wanting to quit. Maybe we have to lose or die somehow. Eat the lamp. Maybe we have to wait it out. Wait indefinitely. Time passes. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again. Sometimes you can hear the uncanny echo of their voices off in the tunnels. Years past. Mold accumulates. You and the remaining research assistant take the burning disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable. Makes an excellent catalyst. Leaves behind a sweet narcotic perfume. Visitors outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. You really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Cool. Back. Ooh, scene 10. Hall of the Mountain King. Let's go talk to Donald. Oh, Lula. Really did go deeper into the caves. Well, you were easy enough to find. I met a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things, so this is what became of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know he published his version, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We've been looking for you. So you found the address data? Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking to sort out a street named Collision. Dogwood Drive. How long does this take? It should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over too. I'll be at the bureau for the rest of the night. Just mark it private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How do we get to the bureau from here? The bridge. Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Now we, too, recede into history. Good night, Donald. Meet me at the bureau and we'll see to get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around. Then it's just clockwise until you find the bureau. Between us, I think you should drive. Alright, to the gate. Gate time. Through the gate. Gate is open. We leave. I lied. Hello, backpack. Run all the way down. Tape recorder. There's no tape to play or record. Okay. Bookshelf. Carried only part way up the path here before the project was abandoned. It's still useful. Think of the spires crowded anyway. Lantern. It's been left here. The batteries have long since died. Huh. There we go. I have no clue what the fuck is going on up there. Here's the truck. Oh, he's back. No reason to get caught up in it. Alright. Drive. Oh, I didn't... Alright, did he say counter return to 0? Crafted. Smells controlled. Toner, rain, wind, trees. Smells. Oh wait. Head counterclockwise to cathode ray. And turn around. It's just clockwise until you find the bureau. Weaver's TV visible issues. Calcium on contacts. Tube moss disconnected. Heat sink. Dusty. Sad. Burnt dust. Old dog. Gasoline. The road mildew. Smells continue. Toner. Rain. Wind. Trees. So much coffee. Burning computers. Poison. Baking bread. Booze. Okay. Counterclockwise to the cathode ray. There's the cathode ray. A sprocket. Anchor. Bicycle. Hero should be here at the bottom. Wheelbarrow. Skill. Oh, the bureau. We finally made it back. Scene 11. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Oh, what's Homer gotta say? See that cat over there? I think she just eat some bread. Yeah, we'll leave a crust or two. Alright, to reception. Ding. Let me press the bell again. Ding. Ding. Oh, hello, lady. Oh, it's Lola. Here you are. Marianne has the rest of the evening off, so I'm leaving the desk. The results just came in by courier. Good news. Donald and his assistant were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference results against our records. He found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River. It happens the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can get your ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. I'm feeling impulsive, and I'd like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks. And deep. That's a bit ominous. Thank you. So do we go down? We do not. Wait. Okay, we wait for the ferry. How long do you think we have to wait? Who knows? What happened? What? In the church, at the graveyard. You two came out of there all weird. What happened? Okay, you can tell him. Doesn't matter anymore. We were in that graveyard. Are you really not gonna tell me what's going on? What happened in the graveyard? Where the strangers come from. Oh, okay. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside. Stay outside. Okay. We can look for lizards. We'll make it quick. Through the church. Floor. The church floor is cold metal scuffed in flecks by unknown boot heels. Sit. I don't know what I expected. Strangers, he kept saying. Some kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to keep talking about it, but what did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was just there. Kind of horrible, I mean. I told you she disappeared suddenly, ran away, but we thought she was dead. Yeah, I guess I don't like to say it. Dead. And then next time I flicked the channel, flipped the channel to Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are blank, kind of gray. There's tape on the walls, like markings, and desks. A classroom, maybe. Camera's in the corner, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room. And there's Weaver's right. And there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I think I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there was no real sound, just this awful hum. I read the closed caption. She said to go to the mine. I'd find something there. I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted. Fuzzy eye. Shannon coughs into her sleeve. It's so dusty in here. Hadn't noticed. Maybe it's me. I'm kind of allergic to... What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Must have been the church. Oh. Oh, hello. We share legs. Do I have your leg? Ah, I am the skeleton. Hello, visitors. Crackly, it's patient and sounds like it should be smiling. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. What's this job? Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet dispatcher. Show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. Some kind of factory. Yeah, maybe, but for what? Why hidden away like this? What's that smell? Like bread? Baking bread? Please, follow me. Oh! Whoosh. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety. And adjust your outfits a bit. There's some protective headgear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. You don't wear glasses, so that won't be an issue. Do us a favor and put on the headgear anyway. Okay. They're wearing the stuff and things. More new arrivals this evening, plenty to do. Got to relay the formula. What formula? Oh, the formula changed our lives. Once, years ago, we were prisoners to the intricacies of our debts here. We'd have to account for everything on paper. Compounding interest by hands, reassessing amortization, and leveraged asset distributions. Oh. My controller died. Oh, that's no good. Let me just switch out controllers. Or battery packs. Alright. Okay. According to Nightly Merit Decay. Then she stepped out of the dark caves, show us the light of the formula. She had a brilliant grasp of mathematics and a saint-like way of speaking right through the numbers. Now we just plug our daily numbers into the formula and run it all through the adding machine. We occasionally suffer some surplus drift, but she instructed us on all the necessary adjustments. It's devastating to see our revered mathematician go, but she was needed elsewhere. Her legacy abides. No. The orientation is all done by voice and rote. We don't believe electronics have a role in our company culture. Computers are tools. Plenty of interesting mechanical this and that ahead. Though, shall we move on? Wow, check this stuff out. Must be decades old, but it's in perfect condition. How do they keep it like that? Maintenance, old man. I bet it's someone's job around here. Probably hard to keep all the dust out, you know? Underground. So I got into this business to keep old stuff like this running. Seems like such a shame to let it fall into ruin, you know, like that computer back there in the cave. Decades of engineering, thousands of years of mathematics and philosophy, all petrified in the living stone. Oh. Earl. This is Earl. He used to be a beekeeper. Borrowed some used casks to store the hive, but the interest accrued more quickly than the honey. Now he works for us here in logistics. Oh, Mr. Skeleton Man. Shuttle. Here's the fleet. Oh, we just use these to get around internally. What do you do here? Oh, I'm a copywriter. Text on bottles and flyers and copy, and that sort of thing. Discerning shades and heart-sick lovers have long known the taste of hard times, and held it in favor over all other spirits. That was one of mine. For the trucks are just eastways and shipping, you can become acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder if you see something that catches your eye. Always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Thrive. Take me to shipping. Here it is. Now I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving a truck? You should drive long hauls. It's a lonely kind of thing, or so I hear. And you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't had any doubt. I haven't any doubt now. It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. I've been driving all my life. I suppose that's all you must say, and like that, never say more than you must. It's boastful and ugly. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company. Slow to anger. If we're speaking confidentially, well, with all that lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and just a few casks too. We're just thankful he had no next of kin. So let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Radio. 1020 on that load. Come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave, 1012, City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might like to get acquainted. 10-9, come again. Introduce yourself. Pleased to meet you. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. 99 wheel holder, gotta pay the water bill. So I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? Headlights. Headlights work fine. It's important, most of our product goes out at night. You never know who you'll run into in the daylight. Dusk can be treacherous. Treacherously misleading with all that indirect light. The magic hour, eh? Drivers sleep in the day then? Sure. Those that sleep, Miguel pulled extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes he'd help me, sometimes over in bottling. We shouldn't have been out driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft light, dangerous. Oh, I had to get off the highway. Too loud, too murky. Turned off into some gray cornfield in Indiana. I had to get off the highway. Off into a great cornfield in Indiana. Empties. And so the smell wouldn't red. You had to pull over. You just needed a nap. It's only human. He'd been out since the headlights were on. Didn't even stop for coffee. Cracked a beer at 3. Eyes on the road. 4:30. He dodged some stray cattle. The lights were coming back on. Rockford could wait. Early morning couldn't be much worse than late night. What could they care? We just needed a few hours. So moving on. Tires. Oh sure, you want to kick the tires. That's the thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves, isn't it the way? Eh? They're big machines, but they can be fragile. Absolutely, a truck deserves care and full respect, like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have that quality of deference. Sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceilings were painted with old smoke. Someone read from the book. He drank coffee with a little sugar. He listened. The speaker listed all the things we tried that most people in the room were probably there by court order. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions, like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, religious but not spiritual. All the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands through a short prayer and stepped back out in the morning. Started walking. He was always walking these days. It was good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. The road ran by a creek for a while. He took an unforeseen detour where the creek and road parted, following the edge of the water. Skipped a few stones alone, and stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was a kind of serenity that, wandering and looking without purpose, he was coming to rely on those moments. What else can we show you? Wipers. Show the wipers with this knob. They seem to have a decent torque to them. Can't say how they'd fare in an ice storm, but we must never delay shipment. Better to assume the risk. Folks watch the weather closely. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. Too many years of climate control. Now, I mentioned I rarely, if ever, leave our facility. I wouldn't know the rain if it drowned me. They ditched class for the day to drive in the rain. It was pointless to stay. All review. He was lost. He was a lost cause. She didn't need it anyway. She was smart, bored. It's time to cut out. Shitty day for it. 83 in biblical flood. To see a movie. Some anonymous swashbuckler film about real men and women. Real tights, real lips, fake blood. They brought a flask. They smoked cigarettes, drank awful hooch, whistled buckets of rain. She sang about someone she wanted once to have loved. Brown hair curled around her ears. She had a voice like Scotch whiskey. Poured another drink, and another, and another. She worried it was getting dark out. Then it was getting light out. They ended up in someone else's field, someone else's car, an early morning joyride, and a sunrise collision. She got on the bus. He hiked back to his car. He sat on his car and went over some options. Chicago, Toronto, Barrow. It seemed like a bold and impulsive gesture at the time as he pulled out of the parking lot. Moved his hands from the steering wheel for a moment and felt the car drift into a decision. Years later, he'd think of this as the moment he himself started drifting. Modest technology best suited for the job. Like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good strong folks in shipping here. About loading if you don't want to. A bit hard on the knees and back at our age. Of course you'll have to unload at the destination, but that's the job. Some drivers like the extra shirt stacking and loading here. Miguel load his own truck. He did. It was a jealously guarded task for him. If I didn't know the man better, hear me now. I say if I didn't know the man better, I may have suspected he was skimming off the top. Conway woke up on baled hay. Everything was too bright. His head hurt, the usual. Lysette and Ira argued loudly just outside the open barn door. She wanted Ira to take him inside and shower, have some coffee, get to the job. Ira said there wasn't time. Conway was in no condition. It was an important job. They couldn't put it off. Ira said to let the deadbeat sleep it off, then send him packing. He said Charlie could do the job. Conway stepped out of the barn, shielding his eyes. He tried to say something reassuring, but just sort of stumbled around it. Lysette looked away. Ira just spat and went inside to wake Charlie. Ira was a stubborn man, so Charlie went along. Conway drifted out again. He didn't hear about the incident until months later. So what's next? Radio. Driver, come back. There's dispatch. Tell them about your experience. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Truck looks good. We've been over nearly every inch of it, dispatch. Like it just came off the assembly line. 1033 dispatch. Got 2 black eyes and a flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4, back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. What? Come back, Lem. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. So, I think that went well. Let's head up to logistics, seal the deal. We got one more thing to show you. Okay. Head back upstairs. I got one more thing to show you. Well, I came here looking for some answers about this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with the moldy computer? That black mold? It's drawn to whiskey. It feeds on ethanol fumes, you see? As we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates in the air. The angels share. Goes through the vents here and out into the caves. We can scrape up that mold. We usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel share back into drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living off the stuff. So we go down and scrape it off his equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid. Truly paranoid. Now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. One thing I know, that computer's been running for decades. Switch it off for a minute and let it rest. I'll get you going. I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs. Cool. Okay, so we gotta go to the top of upstairs. Oh, there we go. Go back. Can I talk to anybody? If you don't mind. Yes, leaving the hard hats. Adding machine. Here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here. Sir, happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't. It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff now. Single barrel. He doesn't... Down the hatch. Venom Mariah Morse. Drink. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. We have to get back to this art. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? He's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem. As I indicated, this is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, it's a matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep. My back of the envelope estimations, well, you have that in common, I suppose. All of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's the way it is. It's happening right now. You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs, of course. The interest begins to compound immediately, and well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow, then. Oh. he just signed himself over to some... What's going on? I have no fucking clue. So I guess I start in the morning, I guess. I'm confused. Just the way these things go, kid. 3 hours to Rome. Where's that ferry? The ferry. There it is. Oh. Hello. Speechless. This game always leaves me speechless. What the hell is even going on? Well, we only have 2 more acts, and then we're done. Alright, I would like to thank you guys for joining. If you enjoyed, follow. If you enjoyed some more, subscribe. You can do that through Twitch Prime. I'd be honored if you choose me to be your Twitch Prime sub. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Peace and chicken grease.